We've had a really challenging, sometimes upside down feeling year. And to top it off, this holiday season's going to be unlike any prior that we've had. And with COVID surging around us, we need to make sure that we don't let our guard down. All of us have severe COVID fatigue, no doubt. But we've got to remember what a marathon we've run over the past 9 months. And now, with the hope of a highly effective vaccine in the wings, we certainly don't want to fall down and stop the race when we can see the finish line. While there's still a lot we don't know about COVID over these months, we've learned a great deal about how to stay as safe as possible. And these things include washing your hands a lot, maybe even carrying hand sanitizer with you, a small container of it, wearing masks when you're out in public or around people who you normally don't share a home with, trying to keep separation between you and other people. There's nothing magical about the 6-foot mark, but try to keep as much space as possible. So what can we add to the holidays? Try to gather in small groups, as small as possible, particularly if there are vulnerable people that may be in attendance, which will give you more room to spread out. In warm climates like Texas, consider eating outside or at least opening windows to increase the circulation of fresh air. I'm planning on opening the French doors onto my screen patio to let the breeze come through and keep the air fresh in the house. And make sure that you spread out while you're eating with the masks off, and consider saving long conversations for after the meal when you can put the mask back on and then have a long leisurely conversation. Another thing that's a really important point this time of year, after we've been through 9 months of this, is even if you've already had COVID, don't be lulled into a false sense of security. While we're still learning a lot about this disease, there are case reports of people being reinfected. And some of these people who've been reinfected have actually had a worse case the second time than they did the first time. And this has been documented and proven with DNA of the virus that they carried. So be very, very careful and still be on your guard. The last thing that we need to think about is how many people have been isolated by this and how many people have lost loved ones during this time and have not even been able to truly mourn them appropriately. And we need to think about reaching out to those at this time as well and making sure that they know that they're not alone and that they're being thought of. A few travel tips if you're going to travel during this holiday season. Probably the safest way is to go in your private vehicle, but if that's not feasible and you need to fly, then try not to linger any longer at the airport and avoid groups in airports as much as possible. Take your wipes and your hand sanitizer to clean your area and keep your hands clean at all times, and touch as little as possible at the airport. Wear a good mask and possibly even eye protection or a face shield. And again, just remember, we all have the endurance to keep with the program until we see this finish line. So stay strong and give your family the very, very best holiday present possible, which is for you to stay safe and to help them stay safe. Happy holidays.